happy Father's Day to all the dads and the fathers and the ones who aren't here anymore. I hope everyone's having a good day. I am making Kevin Bailey's cheesecake. Hopefully he isn't watching this from somewhere in the ocean where he is right now. And I'm making spaghetti and meatballs because that's his favorite. And Bailey's cheesecake he asks me for all the time, and I can't even remember the last time I made it. So I wanted to kind of, I'm just gonna put some makeup on like I was getting ready with you for fun. And I wanted to see if anybody is doing anything fun for Father's Day. I wanted to hear what other people do to celebrate this day. If you go out to dinner, if you make dinner, if you're going, you know, what your gifts are mainly, because man, that's a hard one for me to figure out. For the most part, I feel like men get what they want when they want it, they go and get it. So it's really hard to find a gift for them. I also wanted to talk a little bit about, since I'm on here almost every day with pictures and video, about inside beauty as well as outside beauty. I wanted to, you know, here's my real face, here are my real circles, here are my real non-perfect eyebrows, and inside I am not always a very perfect person. And so I wanted to talk about how to kind of shift your mindset when you need a little reset on your brain. Or I don't know anything but about what I do. And I have some cool books I wanted to show you that I've been reading. So anyway, I'm gonna start with putting on some makeup because that's what I do. And it's actually one of my favorite things to do. So that's one of the reasons that I joined this company, is because I think makeup is so fun. And it's a great way to have a fun conversation. It's a fun way to feel super good. And it feels even better when you feel good without it as well. Hi, Fizzy. So I'm just gonna put on some primer here. And then I'm gonna do the liquid foundation with my foundation brush. So Kevin is out in the ocean somewhere right now teaching people how to sail, but he should probably be here around 6:30 or so tonight. So I'm hoping I can have my house smelling super good and have a nice Father's Day for him when he gets home. I think I actually did okay on my Father's Day gifts this year, which are really difficult for Kevin, for me to buy for Kevin. He doesn't ask for much, and he's really fun to buy for when you can figure it out, but he's kind of tricky that way, which I guess makes it more fun in the long run, right? Okay, I love this brush so much. I say it all the time, but I do. It's my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on, and then I'm gonna do a little concealer just underneath my eyes and in areas that I want to conceal. Get those dark circles out of here. Those drive me crazy. My cheesecake is actually turning out the way I wanted it. The last time I made cheesecake was probably 2 years ago at Christmas, and I didn't correctly put the tinfoil on it for the water bath, which ruined it. And I threw a childlike fit and slapped it and got it all over my counters and my cupboards. So I took a little break from cheesecake. We took a little separation break, but so far so good on this bad boy. I'm actually, I think, because I worked on this cheesecake recipe forever, probably it's like 10 years in the making to make it exactly the way that I want it. So I'm probably gonna post it on the Magnolia Honey blog tonight that I've been sadly abandoning for this makeup thing, so I need to get back on that. Okay, then next I'm gonna use that luminizer on my cheeks and my nose and all the places I wanna highlight, like this, and I'm even gonna put it on my eyes as a base. because I like it. And I'm excited to make spaghetti and meatballs because as much as it's one of Kevin's favorite things to eat, it's one of my favorite things to make. I love food that takes all day. Not that you're active in it all day, but that it's like smelling up the house and it's slowly becoming what it wants to become. I love that. It's like very comforting to me. And my spaghetti and meatballs come out a lot better with a little Etta James. So we're doing that too. I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick with the brow palette. Just gonna fill in a little bit. I've got Lennon down for a nap. He's not feeling well, just in time to fly across the country on Tuesday. And I'm getting him some rest because I don't think he slept very good last night. And Sinji is getting really into playing Minecraft, so that's what he's doing. And I'm folding laundry and watching Orange is the New Black because that's what I do when the kids are asleep sometimes. Or playing, or here comes one of them, I think. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put this little gel on the top here. And I really wanted to show, I've just gotten back into reading again. We actually got rid of all of our TV, like DirecTV. We kept Netflix and stuff. These eyebrows are so hard to do on this phone. We kept DirecTV, we got rid of DirecTV, kept Netflix and Hulu. And that was good because when I got back into reading again, I used to really, really love reading. I'm gonna take the bronzer and just go around the highlighter. I really like this bronzer a lot. I used to use MAC bronzer, and I feel like this is a lot more natural looking and less gold. And I just like the way that it looks a lot. Especially with this going around this luminizer, and then I'll just kind of blend it all in. It just leaves this really nice highlight and it gives a nice glow to the skin. Then I'm going to put on some eyeliner. I'm gonna try, this is super hard. I might have to do this in a mirror. It's super hard for me to do it on the phone, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I love, love, love this liquid liner. It is like a fabulous black paintbrush, which makes it much easier to put on for me. For some reason, I'm just not very good with the pencil liners. So I am gonna do some fun red lips today because I'm gonna jam out to some Etta James radio in my kitchen. And it is Sunday. Sunday Kinda Love is my favorite song, and Sunday is my favorite day of the week. So I'm gonna kind of do it up with some tunes and some red lips, man. Why not? I can't see. Okay, we're gonna call it a day with that. So because I'm gonna do the red on my lips, I'm gonna go light on my eyes. That's just a preference for me. I'm gonna do all of my eyes with Palette One, really pretty browns and golds and neutrals. And I'm gonna start with I'm gonna do a little on my brow. I'm gonna do a little of this Elated. It's just kind of a matte right up here. And then I'm going to take the Brassy, this gold, it's my favorite, and I'm gonna take it from the inner eyelid into the center of my lid, all the way up. Just like that, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Sometimes doing these lives is so awkward when, like, there's no sound. It's just like echoing in my bathroom. I can hear my office chair, whatever the heck this thing is, squeak. It's really weird. It's like talking to yourself. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of Swanky and a little bit of Forthright, and I'm going to put them in the corners here. I've been playing with this blending technique that I just learned, and it's super fun, and I love the end result. Do the same thing up here. And I always think these kind of browns and golds look really nice with red lips, which is what we're gonna do. So, okay, so that looks kind of funny. So I'm gonna take my blender brush, which is my fave, and I'm gonna go in with a little Elated and a little Sincere. So I get a little bit of the matte, a little bit of the shimmer, and I'm gonna blend this bad boy. Just like that. And do the same thing over here. This blending is really fun. Like yesterday I did a smoky eye, and it just, I don't know, it comes out really, really nicely. I really like it. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so I just kind of blended those in and keeping it light because I'm gonna do those red lips. So if you can see, it's just kind of a fun gold, and I'm actually gonna go in just because I want a tiny bit more. I'm gonna go in with a little chipper and just darken that up a tad because it's gonna look really cool when I put my mascara on. And then I'm just gonna blend really quickly one more time, just over here. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to put on the, what I like to call mascara eyelash extensions in a bottle. And do the gel first. And then I'll go over it with the fibers. Michelle, what are you guys doing for Father's Day? Are you eating out or eating in or doing anything fun? Just like that. And I always forget, it's always better to do the fibers right after you do the gel application. I always go to the other eye. It really does make a difference. You want that gel to still be wet to catch all those wonderful fibers that are gonna make your lashes long. Length, length, length. I love this mascara so much. Do the same thing on the other eye. And not only does it lengthen them, but it like makes them look way full and awesome as well as long. And then I'm gonna go back over it with the gel. Just like that. And they are so long, so much longer than my regular ones are, or when I've used regular mascara. I used to use Dior Show, but it dried out too fast, and then I used MAC and it gunked up on my lashes. This doesn't do either of those things, which is fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to take my lip exfoliator, especially with anytime I wear lipstick, I use the lip exfoliator just because it leaves a really nice, I guess, palette or I don't know, canvas to put your lipstick on. Especially when you're gonna do these bold colors, it's like vital, I think. You can kind of get away with it with like the nudes or the pinks, but when you're gonna put some bright color on your lips, you want that to be flawless and smooth. Okay. I'm gonna rub that in. Our exfoliator is made of shea butter and sugar, so you could literally lick it off, but I'm just gonna exfoliate and then grab a little something a little washcloth to take it off. Just like that. is the really, really smooth shea butter, so you're gonna get this really nice, flawless red lip. So here it is. This is actually, it's kind of a, between like a coral and a red. I really like it. It's called Smashing. And that it is, very smashing. I love bold lips. And this is nice because if you do the application the way you're supposed to, it's highly pigmented, so it will, and I'm gonna line my lips. It will be minimal transfer and it'll stay for most of the day, so you don't have to keep reapplying it all the time. I don't have one of our lip pencils that go with this, but I'm gonna use a MAC lip pencil to kind of line where I'm going. Again, something I don't find vital when you're doing nudes or pinks, but I do when you're doing bold colors. Even the nudes that are more on the brown side. I feel like it's always good to have a liner. Okay, that's another interesting thing to do in a phone. All right, so here's Smashing. Doop-a-doop. This is one of my favorite colors of all time, as you can tell. And these apply so nicely, especially with that exfoliator. It's just like, it just glides on. Super nice, super smooth. And I feel like it looks really good with golds. So, with that being said, really quick, I wanted to tell you guys about these books I've been reading. And one of my favorite parts about cosmetics is I think it just is there to build what's already there. It's there to accentuate the things that you already have. And I feel like on the inside, it can sometimes just make you feel good and it's fun. Like I do this purely because I think it's fun. Even sitting on these lives when I know I'm basically talking to myself, I still find it fun. I look forward to it and I plan it out. I find inspiration for it like I would with food. And some of my inspiration I'm learning is coming from the inside. I thought by 30 I would maybe have it figured out. I don't, not even close. And sometimes I feel like you need to reset yourself, and that is sometimes easier said than done. And just recently I heard a lot of people, I don't know if they were like side comments or what, or people complaining about their birthdays. And that makes me kind of sad because I feel like, well, I didn't think of this thought myself, but I am not a huge fan of Cameron Diaz. I just don't think she's that great of an actress. But I watched her on like The Tonight Show or something like a year ago, and she was talking about the same thing, and I mean, she's still beautiful. But she said, you know, it makes me sad when people complain about having birthdays because you have to think about all the people who would have done anything to have another birthday. And so I caught on to that, and she was actually on talking about her book. And as she talked more about it and how women should really engage in their aging and be thankful that they're given the opportunity to age and the different parts of beauty that comes out with age. With every wrinkle, there's an experience. It's been kind of a book that I leave by my bedside and I pick up when I feel like I need a little reminder to myself that, you know, life is really good and being a woman is an exceptional gift and being beautiful is definitely from the inside, and that takes work, just like a muscle. So it's called The Longevity Book. It's awesome. I have not just read it cover to cover, but I do pick it up. And another part that I love about it, I just opened up to it randomly. You are here. And it's like when people tell you to take a picture of your feet to remind you to be in the now, which is a really hard thing to do, especially everyone that leads these busy, busy lives. And sometimes you get caught up in so much stuff that doesn't matter that it's nice to kind of reset your brain if you can and be reminded to live in the now. I heard a saying not that long ago that I really liked, and if you have one foot in the past and one foot in the future, then you're pissing on today. And I really like that and tried to remind myself to live by that. Another thing I've been reading is this You Are a Badass book. I am not a self-help book lady at all. These are the only two I've ever owned, but I love them and I highly recommend them. And then third, journaling again. These are products of not having TV anymore. Otherwise, I would never have found the time to do it because I always have TV on for sound and I get caught up in it. So anyway, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, future fathers, fathers past, and so on. And just a little reminder, I know nothing. I am just trying to be honest. And as much fun as makeup is, you gotta always remember to work on what's inside. And for me, that takes daily work, and I'm trying all the time. So have a great Sunday, and I will see you later. Bye.